Conducting research. Why do people do research? For a million reasons, let's look at two. Your school play is set in old Spain. You do research to design sets and costumes that have a historically accurate look. You're in charge of campgrounds for your family vacation. You do research to find campgrounds along the route that fit all of your criteria. These examples show that people use research when they need to do a job, solve a problem, or just satisfy their curiosity. They do research to learn about another culture or time period, or to understand the world they live in. In this unit, you'll learn how to conduct research effectively. Introduction. Why do research? Research is the search for information. If you are assigned a research paper, you will need to hit the books and do formal research. Informal research, on the other hand, can be as simple as reading a movie review. People often do research to learn something new, investigate an unfamiliar topic, solve a complex problem, make a complex decision, compare points of view, evaluate products or services, or identify evidence that supports a point of view. What is the research process? You have to write a research paper about diving on shipwrecks. Don't worry. Research is less intimidating if you break the process into these steps: develop your topic, choose sources, take notes, make adjustments, and then put it all together. Step 1. Develop your topic. In step 1 of the research process, you develop your topic, that is, you figure out what question to answer or what problem to solve. Your topic is diving on shipwrecks. What specific information will you use research to find?
Q1. Which topic would you be least likely to include in your research? What kind of equipment is used in diving? What kind of ships have sunk? How many shipwrecks are recorded in human history? What kind of cargo is found in sunken ships?
Step 2. Choose your sources. In step 2 of the research process, you identify and evaluate sources for the information you need. These sources may be print, like books or newspapers, or digital, like websites. You might even use interviews with people in your research. What are the most likely sources for authoritative information about diving on shipwrecks?
Q2. Which source would be the most likely to contain useful, current information about diving on shipwrecks? An encyclopedia article about ships. A recent article by a marine archaeologist in Smithsonian Magazine about treasures found by divers in wrecked ships. An interview with a classmate who has a metal detector he uses to search for coins. A personal blog about a vacation spent diving on a sunken ship.
Step 3. Take notes. Before you begin consulting various sources, decide what method you will use to take notes. You might use index cards, graphic organizers, or computer software. When you've organized your notes in a way that suits your topic and your purpose, writing your paper will be much easier.
Q3. Which type of graphic organizer would best organize your notes if you want to compare purposes and methods of diving sunken Greek merchant ships to diving Spanish galleons sailing to and from the Americas? A Venn diagram, a timeline problem solution chart, a cluster diagram.
Step 4. Make adjustments. At some point, you may have to decide whether to broaden or narrow your topic. Once you have done your preliminary research, you may find that you have way too much information for your research paper. That's a great problem to have. You can then narrow your focus on the aspect of the topic that interests you the most. On the other hand, you might not have enough material to make for an interesting paper. In that case, broadening your topic is a good idea.
Q4. Your teacher says that you can focus your research on any aspect of diving shipwrecks you find interesting. You want to know more about the depth of wrecks you can dive with scuba gear. What would you do next? Add more notes from sources that specifically describe equipment used at different depths. Throw away all your notes that aren't related to diving equipment and depth. Add more information on shipwrecks found at different depths so all the sections of your paper will be the same size.
After you've consulted your sources and completed your notes on shipwreck diving, the final step in the research process is to synthesize your information. Assembling the pieces of your research into a logical and meaningful research paper is like assembling the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. It may be hard to see a picture in the jumbled pieces, but the more you put things together, the clearer your picture will be. When you've finished, you'll have gathered facts, quotes, charts, statistics, and anecdotes about diving on shipwrecks. These will help you write an engaging and well-organized paper. Steps in effective research. Following these steps will help you research effectively, thoroughly, and efficiently. Develop your topic, identify and evaluate sources, take well-organized notes, broaden or narrow your topic if necessary, synthesize your notes.